we're on the precipice of truly kicking off the 2022 movie season, and it promises to be a not just lengthy but plentiful season. So excited for that with The Batman coming out in just a short week and some change.
Yeah.
Probably the best part of February is that it ends soon enough or sooner so we can actually get to March and get a little Batman action going.
It's true. I am a little bummed out, though, about next month.
I'm sorry.
Because we are missing one movie. Because it got pushed back. And it was Morbius. And I'm sad.
So happy. What is its release date now? Do we even know?
It's April, I think.
Really?
And it got just pushed back a month. My guess is they didn't want to compete with the Batman. They're like, okay, we have our own.
Why would you?
We have our own Bat guy, so let's not compete him against the more popular Bat guy. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm. Multiple Batmen in the same movie, Bat people. Yeah, okay. April 1st.
I'd definitely rather be Batman than Morbius, though. That dude's just gross.
Again, I said this last time. I'll say it again. I'll be okay if they keep delaying it. Keep it up.
Gets made.
Keep it up.
Poor Jared Leto, though, in that sense. That's 0 for 2 on comic book characters, if that's the case, you know? If that
should tell you something.
If that
Get out. Get out. Take the hint, Jared. Get out. You're not welcome here.
And it's not, you know what? It's not even his full fault. Like, you know? Like, he did not get a fair shake at the Joker. He did not.
Right.
He's not really getting a fair shake at the Vampire.
True. Didn't really see enough of him in Suicide Squad.
His role made 0 sense in Suicide Squad.
Yep. It did.
There was no necessity for him being there.
No. And what was in there wasn't great. I'm curious when it came to the design of the character in the movie as well, like how much, if anything, he had to do with it, because it wasn't outstanding.
No, I think he was.
That was just weird.
Wasn't he pissed? Pretty sure he was pissed because a lot of his scenes got cut.
Correct, which is a pretty common thing for an actor to throw out there when they're taking heat for their role. So I don't know how much merit to that there is. I know that in general, Jared Leto is a capable enough actor that you'd think it could have gone better, but that movie was just a mess.
That movie
right?
was a mess.
That was
Correct.
just nobody's going to look great coming out of that. Least of all, Jared Leto's Joker. So
it's true.
But again, Jared, get out. You're done. You're done. We don't need you here.
It's okay.
You can't rebound with Morbius. You wanted to rebound with something, that's not it.
Okay, but what would you cast him as? If you had any superhero.
See, I'm looking at his
fingertips.
perspective. If I'm Jared, right, and I took the shot at the Joker, didn't work out for perhaps reasons outside of my own control. Okay. I'm going to come back as something that is not an anti-hero realm like Morbius. I'm going to come back as a genuine, bona fide hero.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm going for.
See,
absolutely. What better way to be redeemed than a good guy that the people will root for? He could have shown up in Eternals. He could have.
As what?
Any of them. Okay, not Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh stands alone. But I mean,
or Thena.
Just from a generic point of view, he could have been an Eternal, right?
I guess. I don't know. For me, he's.
You're asking a good question, and I don't have a particular who should he have been instead precisely, but not Morbius, because no one should be Morbius. We shouldn't be getting this movie. I'm getting my rant in early.
Morbius should be like a side character that gets a show.
Gets killed immediately. Blade kills him dead. Awesome. Awesome.
Jared needs to be.
That's what should happen.
It could happen. We never know.
Okay. You know what? Tell you what. If they're playing the long game here and they're just setting up an awesome introductory kill for Blade, in the first 5 minutes of his movie, Morbius shows up and we're like, oh man, this could be a sweet crossover, and then he just kills him. Okay. Worth it. Then worth it. Okay. Then I'm in.
Okay.
I don't think that's what we're going to get.
See, for me, he's got to play somebody creepy. Whether it be hero or villain, it's got to be something. He's just got a creepy, no offense to Jared Leto, but he's got a kind of, I think it's the eyes. He's got real beady eyes. He got a bit of a creepy kind of face.
Okay.
So for me, Like, that's why I think Morbius works for him a little bit, because it's like, oh, you're a creepy vampire guy. Ugh. You know what I mean?
Doctor Doom?
No. God, no. He's not commanding enough to be Doctor Doom. No, for me,
Voice is a little too light for that. I don't disagree.
For me, like, I could maybe wrap my head around like a Mr. Sinister.
Okay.
Kind of, because he's creepy.
Yep. I'm going to keep pondering this question because this is a great question.
Or like the dude, like the scientist who's responsible for the Clone Saga. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
The Jackal. Like something obscure like that. That you could kill him off for and no one would care. That's a villain you don't care about killing, but he could pull that off because it's creepy.
He could be a Doctor Strange adversary.
I'll give you that. Like Nightmare.
Sure.
Nightmare would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's got, like I said, he's just got to have that creepy factor. For me, he can't be like...
Who could he be in the X-Men? I feel like he could... There's somewhere in there, like as a mutant.
If he was younger...
Could fit in.
If he was younger, Nightcrawler. I'd give you a young Nightcrawler if he was younger.
I don't see the Nightcrawler
He can't be that, though, now. You have to be older and creepier.
I know that Channing Tatum has been connected to...
Gambit.
Thank you. Wow, I just blanked. To Gambit. But he could pull a Gambit.
No, Jared Leto cannot pull a Gambit.
Why not?
I just don't see it.
Okay.
His face is too, like... It's all in the face, man. It's just...
You just can't get creepy out of your mind with him, right?
It's like...
All right.
And maybe that's just because...
Shaded by the Joker experience?
It might be, because that might be the only thing I've seen him as.
Yeah.
So, but like for me, his face, I swear to God, I think it's the eyes. He's got beady eyes, dude. Like, if the lights...
Not trustworthy
dude,
eyes.
No, if you were in a room with Jared Leto and all of a sudden there's a blackout, the lights are out, I think you'd see his eyes in the light.
Ooh.
Or in the dark.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think
Sure.
that's the first, like, you're like, oh man, look for a light switch. And the first thing you see is, Jared, is that you? And he's like, yeah, because his eyeballs are just flashlights, essentially.
Here's the deal. Now that I've put it out there, I badly want to see Morbius get killed by Blade early in the Blade movie. Not after a prolonged struggle that lasts the entire movie. Early.
I hate to tell you this. If anything, he'll be like the antagonist that flips sides and they work together. It's happened before.
Frick me.